I don't even know how to tackle this subject. I feel like people have sort of lost the plot in life. I see this stuff on the news, politics, social media. This stuff is it just absorbs you. It just absorbs you, and you just lose sight of what matters in life and the important things that you should be focusing on. So I wanted to talk about a moral compass, the values in which you live your life by. I think it's so incredibly valuable for people when they quote unquote wake up to develop that moral compass and those values. And when I say wake up, I mean really gain consciousness, right? To the point where, I'm 25 now, you can look back and say, when I was 10 years old, I remember, I finally started to understand the world a little bit and gain consciousness and realize, I have a soul and when you're young and you're a baby and stuff, you don't remember those things, and it's different for everybody. Obviously, the age in which you sort of gain consciousness, like I said, when that happens, it's so important to develop a moral compass to live by, like I was saying. So I think people should have set rules that they write down somewhere where they say, these are non-negotiables in my life. This is how I want to live. This is the kind of person I want to be. This is how I want to treat other people. This is how I want to provide value to the world, things of that nature, right? Where you can look back and say, okay, I'm dealing with a situation. This is how I would go about it based on my values. And now I need to figure out a way to execute. I'll give you a few examples to kind of map it out for you so you understand what I'm saying. Let's say you have a girlfriend, right? Or a boyfriend, whatever. They cheat on you. How are you going to go about that process? Are you going to blow up in their face and freak out? Are you going to leave them be, and leave them forever? Are you going to talk through it and find a solution and maybe stay together? These are the things that you should almost in your head sort of have a file type of thing and say, okay, how would I deal with a situation like this? Another example, you have a family member that comes to you, they're dead broke, they lost their job, they're going to be homeless, whatever it is, right? They come to you and they say, David, I need money. I'm going to be homeless. I don't have a job, this and that. Can you put me up in your apartment, in your house for a few weeks, a month, whatever, however long it takes for me to get back on my feet? I would ask myself, one, how do I want to deal with this situation? Two, if that was me, how would I want to be treated in that situation? And three, what are my expectations depending on what I do, right? So if I say, yeah, you know what, come stay with me, this and that, I need to anticipate the outcome of that situation, right? So let's say somebody comes to me, they need a place to stay. They could be living with me for a year, 2 years. I don't know, right? They could ask me for money, stuff like this. So you have to think about these things when you develop your values and make decisions based on them, right? And ask yourself, are you okay with that happening? Or even, you see somebody who is homeless and they're asking you for money. Are you going to give them money? Are you going to walk right by? Are you going to treat them like I don't know. These are the things you have to think about as a conscious adult, a grown human being, that help you navigate the way in which you want to live your life. That's my point about a moral compass, right? Obviously, I advise to be the best version of yourself, be a kind human being, help other people, and at the same time ask yourself, is this something I can do? Am I in a position to help other people? So it's a difficult line to balance. That's why I almost advise to develop that framework so you know how you would operate in X, Y, or Z situation, and that's sort of the compass you follow when you're living your life. So to come full circle, I think this is something that, like I said, people have lost the plot. I mean, look at what's happening in the world today, right? People have no moral compass. And that's why I want to make this video and bring this stuff up. It's because, people are just blind. It's the blind leading the blind. I mean, there's wars everywhere. People are hurting each other. There's so much hate in this world. And the reason I talk about these things and I advise people to develop these morals and these values and these skills is to become a better version of yourself and in turn make the world a better place, right? Because there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of mean people who don't really know why they're doing what they're doing. They're hurting others. I'm talking a lot about war and politics and things of this nature. It makes no sense to me. And yes, people are different. People have different mindsets and beliefs and religions and everything, but some reasons that we go bomb each other and kill innocent people and stuff. I don't get too crazy with that stuff, but it's very basic human nature and human rights that we're just kind of foregoing and doing whatever the we feel like doing, and it's not sustainable. It's not healthy. It's a sad thing to see as an average citizen, and I'm sure a lot of people can agree with me. So that's why I advise taking that approach when you go about your life. So yeah, hopefully we can come together and make a positive impact on the world. It takes a village. I say that all the time. So I need your help, and yeah, it's a tall task, but I'm confident we can achieve it together. So